Y'all, it looks like Christian Combs is making headlines for all the wrong reasons, and these new allegations will leave you absolutely speechless. Just when we thought the drama surrounding Diddy and his family was finally winding down, Christian's girlfriend, Raven Tracy, dropped some shocking accusations. She claims Christian not only cheated on her, with men, but also allegedly laid hands on her, leaving her with bruises. Chile, the apple really didn't fall far from the tree because these accusations sound eerily similar to the controversies surrounding his father, Diddy. So, what exactly happened between Christian and Raven? And did he really try to silence her with a tape? Let's break it down. It's wild how things have turned out, especially since most people assumed Christian would take after his late mother, Kim Porter. Sure, we knew he liked to party. What 20-something doesn't? But he always gave off this cool, laid-back vibe. Recent revelations, however, paint a much darker picture. When Diddy's controversies first came to light, fans rallied behind Christian and his brothers, insisting they were innocent. For years, whispers about Diddy's sons being caught up in his alleged shady dealings had circulated, but the public dismissed them. They argued that the sins of the father had nothing to do with the kids, and guilt by association wasn't fair. Even when Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties and detained Christian and Justin, fans doubled down, accusing the authorities of targeting them unfairly. Social media exploded with support for the brothers, painting them as innocent bystanders caught in their father's fallout. But everything changed when Christian became entangled in his own serious legal scandal. The tide of public opinion shifted almost overnight when news broke that he was facing a lawsuit involving deeply disturbing allegations. According to Grace Omarka, a stewardess on a luxury yacht rented by Diddy for a family getaway, Christian assaulted her during a New Year's trip in December 2022. What was supposed to be a festive retreat turned into a nightmare, with Grace alleging that her professional duties took a horrific turn. The lawsuit shocked the public, and many of Christian's defenders began to question their stance. Could the brothers be more involved in their father's drama than anyone wanted to believe? This scandal not only tarnished Christian's image, but also raised deeper questions about what might really be going on within the Combs family dynamic. The narrative surrounding the family has shifted dramatically, and now all eyes are on Christian as the fallout continues. According to TMZ, Grace's claims have sent shockwaves across social media, leaving fans to wonder what else might be lurking in the shadows of Diddy's legacy. She was doing her job during the shindig, which she claims was advertised as a family-friendly excursion, and King came on, after which she claims he immediately became fixated on her, uncomfortably so. She alleges King had her take a shot of liquor, and she claims she immediately suspected it was spiked, but despite that she was able to tell him to get off of her and leave her alone, she claims King was trying to kiss and grope her despite her protestations. According to Grace, the ordeal began with a confrontation between her and Christian that quickly escalated. She recounted a physical struggle where she managed to break free and put some distance between them. At first, it seemed like the worst had been avoided, but the nightmare wasn't over. Grace claimed that Christian, seemingly unfazed by her resistance, told her to return to her duties as a stewardess. He allegedly instructed her to find him a place to sleep on the yacht, making it clear he expected her compliance. Feeling trapped and acutely aware of her financial situation, Grace said she felt she had no choice but to follow his orders. She led him to the theater room, assuming it was just another task in her already demanding job. However, once they arrived, the situation reportedly took a much darker turn. Grace alleged that Christian blocked her escape, trapping her in the theater room and leaving her feeling vulnerable and increasingly unsafe. According to her account, this second encounter was far more harrowing, as she realized the danger she was in. Her claims, outlined in the lawsuit, sent shockwaves through the public, leading to outrage and disbelief. The gravity of the accusations forced many who had initially supported Christian to reevaluate their stance. The dynamics of the case, centered on a young woman employed in a service role aboard a yacht rented by one of the most powerful families in entertainment, added layers of discomfort and complexity. Grace's story highlighted unsettling questions about the culture of entitlement and exploitation often tied to extreme wealth and privilege, leaving the public grappling with the implications. King cornered her again and attempted to force her to perform more on him, but she says she fought him off and includes in the docs photos of her forearm, which she claims was bruised in the altercation. Eventually, Grace Omarka claims she managed to escape, but the ordeal left her with lasting mental and emotional scars. Grace and her legal team, led by attorney Tyrone Blackburn, didn't hold back when filing their lawsuit. Not only did they accuse Christian of the alleged assault, but they also named Diddy as a co-defendant. While bold, this move wasn't entirely unexpected, considering Diddy had rented the yacht for his family's holiday retreat and technically employed Grace during the trip. The lawsuit argued that Diddy was negligent, alleging that he failed to provide a safe work environment and indirectly enabled the circumstances that led to the incident. By including Diddy, the lawsuit painted a picture of systemic irresponsibility, with fingers pointed at both father and son. The optics of Christian and Diddy being entangled in separate lawsuits with serious allegations only amplified the controversy. What made the situation even more contentious was Christian's reaction, or lack thereof. Instead of addressing the allegations or taking steps to salvage his image, he appeared completely unfazed. While most people in his position might have maintained a low profile, Christian doubled down on his flashy persona. He continued to party, post on social media, and flaunt his lifestyle as though the accusations didn't exist. Adding fuel to the fire, Christian released a song that stirred even more outrage. In the track, he brazenly boasted about how he and his father would beat the charges, delivering lines that came across as defiant and tone-deaf given the seriousness of the situation. Lyrics like, "Knock them walls down like when them Fetty boys running both our cribs, too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door cause that's the one they missed, and Pop's been hated on by many men, but that's fine, they're gonna try to stop these M&Ms and they're gonna die trying," were seen as dismissive and out of touch. He even took a jab at 50 Cent, saying, "I dare one of you ninjas scream out no Diddy when all they had was 50 Cent who put the city on the map." The song and Christian's carefree attitude didn't sit well with the public. For many, it was a slap in the face to Grace and others who have endured similar experiences. Fans and critics alike criticized his behavior as arrogant, dismissive, and entirely out of touch. Rather than acknowledging the gravity of the accusations, Christian seemed to act as though nothing had happened, which only deepened public frustration. Instead of issuing a statement to address the allegations or deny them outright, Christian remained silent on the matter, letting his social media posts and brash lyrics speak for him. To many, his silence wasn't just a missed opportunity to clear his name, it felt like outright disrespect. The flashy posts, the cocky demeanor, and the apparent disregard for public perception left a sour taste in people's mouths. Recognizing the growing backlash, Diddy's legal team scrambled to mitigate the damage. They quickly released a statement on Christian's behalf, attempting to address the situation and shift the narrative. "We have not seen this woman's claim, but I'm sure we can expect the same kind of manufactured lies we've come to expect from Tyrone Blackburn and his clients, just as we saw in Rodney Jones's lawsuit, which has yet to be served." He adds they learned about the lawsuit the same way anyone hears about Mr. Blackburn's filings through the media. That cocky, "I'm untouchable" attitude did Christian no favors. Fans dragged him for filth, relentlessly calling out his arrogance and his complete refusal to acknowledge the serious allegations against him. The backlash was brutal, and it didn't take long for Christian to realize he needed to dial it back. Eventually, he wised up, took a step back, and zipped it, at least publicly. The flashy social media antics stopped, and he vanished from the spotlight, seemingly letting the storm blow over. Fast forward a few months, and Christian decided it was time to quietly slip back into the public eye. He started easing back onto Instagram, posting like nothing had ever happened. No apology, no explanation, no accountability, just a casual re-entry, as if he believed everyone had forgotten. But the audacity didn't stop there. When Father's Day rolled around, Christian upped the ante with a glowing tribute to Diddy, calling him the greatest. Yes, that Diddy, who at the time was neck-deep in his own pile of scandals. In his post, Christian wrote, "Happy Father's Day to the greatest, love you Pops." As if the lawsuits, allegations, and drama didn't exist, Christian's post sent fans into a frenzy. People couldn't believe the nerve of him acting like the past year hadn't been a PR disaster for both him and his father. To many, it felt like Christian was doubling down on the very arrogance that got him dragged in the first place, ignoring reality and pretending everything was picture perfect. If his goal was to make everyone forget about the controversies, this move backfired spectacularly, reigniting conversations about the lawsuit, his cockiness, and the lack of accountability that had infuriated fans from the start. Christian's recent social media game has been spicy, with him posting plenty of attention-grabbing photos featuring himself and his girlfriend. Well, his current girlfriend, It seems he's been out here flaunting both his relationship and his luxurious lifestyle, but it's not exactly going down well with fans. The issue isn't just the PDA, it's how these posts come across. Many feel like the woman in the photos is being objectified. Given Diddy's history and his questionable track record with women, fans are drawing some uncomfortable comparisons. Christian's behavior, combined with the tone of these posts, has many questioning if he's treating his girlfriend as a prop or a status symbol, rather than valuing her as an individual. Some of the pictures feel more about boosting his image than celebrating her, raising a lot of eyebrows. The parallels to Diddy's behavior aren't lost on anyone, especially given the drama surrounding his past relationships. Fans are seeing a pattern that feels eerily familiar, and they're calling Christian out for it. In many ways, he's digging himself into a deeper hole, playing into the same image he should be distancing himself from. This brings us to the latest allegations from Christian's girlfriend, Raven Tracy. According to a friend of Raven's who chose to remain anonymous, Raven allegedly confided that Christian mistreats her. While it's unclear if this mistreatment is physical, verbal, or emotional, the insider claims Raven feels trapped in the relationship. On social media, however, both Raven and Christian seem to paint a different picture. Their pages showcase a couple living their best lives, but let's not forget how deceiving appearances can be. Cassie's relationship with Diddy also looked glamorous from the outside, but we now know it was anything but. There are also whispers about Christian cheating on Raven, which, let's be real, isn't exactly surprising given the Combs boys' reputation. But I want to know how you feel about all this. Do you think Christian is following in his father's footsteps, or is there more to the story? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next video.